of 133 as we are set now for 133. Drake Doolittle, the number 6 seed for Duke, 1-5, 0-3 in ACC duels. And for North Carolina, it's a redshirt sophomore, Joe Heilmann, 3-2, 1-1 in the ACC duels.
Yeah, Heilmann's a guy from a wrestling family. Both of his older brothers wrestled at Carolina. Big brother Troy was an All-American 4th place finisher at 149 pounds in 2018.
Heilmann went 14-6 as a true frost starter at 125 back in 2019 as both Heilmann and Doolittle still looking for their first points. Doolittle split the 133 time with Parker Decker this year. So what does that mean as far as are there multiple wrestle-offs going on, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm sure those guys were going back and forth all year. I think Decker wasn't quite healthy at the end of the year, and it's really the same story with Heilmann. He split the starting spot with Jamie Hernandez for much of the year and kind of emerged at the end of the season, but head coach Coleman Scott told us the Carolina staff has full confidence in Joe Heilmann.
Heilmann gets the first 2 points on top of Doolittle. These two did not see each other in the regular season. In fact, Louis Hayes is the only wrestler in the 133 bracket for the ACC championships that Doolittle saw. Doolittle, a redshirt freshman from Webster City, Iowa, Webster City High School. And the release there will give Doolittle his first point. It's 2-1.
Yeah, I'm sure Heilmann's thinking, let's cut him and get back to neutral. And right away, another takedown. Nice job there. Go behind, and immediate cut. You see Heilmann, he's thinking bonus points right now.
If that Heilmann name rings a bell, it's because his brother Troy was an All-American for North Carolina in 2018. He's a Spanish Honor Society member in high school, placed 8th at the 2019 Midlands Championships, and he's the 3rd Heilmann brother to wrestle at UNC, as both Nick and Troy wrestled there.
Looking for back points here.
4-point lead. Solid first here, right, for Heilmann?
Absolutely. Getting 3 takedowns, looking for all 4 near fall points. Gets them right at the buzzer, I believe. Only 2, excuse me. See right here, front headlock, just a simple go behind there. Troy Heilmann making it look easy. And then here, I thought he had the 4 count. It was only 2, but he was awfully close to getting all 4 back points there.
Doolittle looked spent there right at the end of the first, Ryan.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think Heilmann's just pouring it on right now, and looks like he's not satisfied with that 8-2 lead.
What do you remember about Troy, the All-American for UNC in 2018? How is he different from his brother Joe?
Well, Troy was a guy that just continued to get better as his career went on, and I think we're going to see the exact same thing here from Joe. Last year, he had a losing record when he started as a true freshman, but he really improved last year as a redshirt, went 21-9, and right now we're seeing the progress he's made. I mean, he's just going takedown, cut here, takedown, cut.
More points. You're right. Takedown, cut, more points, 11-2. And, of course, at the ACC Championships, the scoring system is a little bit different, a little bit complicated. Throughout our coverage today, Ryan Tice will break that down. But anytime you can get bonus points with majors or tech falls, that is huge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I think this team race is going to be so tight, especially for that 2nd through 4th or maybe even 5th area, that bonus points could decide who ends up in what order tonight.
Saw Coleman Scott. He spent a lot of time telling us how much he loves now being in Chapel Hill. Of course, we'll cover the fact that there's the big connections with Oklahoma State and some other powerhouse programs nationwide, but he now considers himself at home at UNC. His kids are going to school in Pittsburgh. Spends a lot of time with Sam Paul, the tennis coach for UNC, as well as Jenny Levy, the lacrosse coach. Both of them national championship coaches. He wants to bring that kind of mentality to UNC. And, wow, just last year they had a big-time season, right?
Yeah, Coleman Scott has done a phenomenal job building up this UNC program, and it's not hard to see why. I mean, he was one of the best college wrestlers when he had his wrestling career, went on and won an Olympic medal. And if you're a little guy, you would want to go wrestle at UNC because not only is it Coleman Scott, they've got a ton of assistant coaches with similar credentials.
Heilmann is absolutely rolling here with just 2 minutes to go, 15-4. And Heilmann really has been dominant from the get-go, even with the release and immediate shots. I mean, he's been in control.
Yeah, he really has been. I mean, he is making these takedowns look easy. This has been a mostly neutral match. He does have 2 near fall points, but the rest have been his takedowns. And I'm kind of interesting that he's riding right now. I figured he would have just cut Doolittle and come back up neutral. With all the success he was having with those takedowns early on.
Yeah, you mentioned the riding time. Well in the clear for that additional point.
And I think part of that is he knows if he gets a 4-point near fall, this one's over, and he's probably going to be looking for a fall as he gets that bar in on the right side. Here comes the tilt.
With that tilt and then out, Heilmann still total control.
Nice job of keeping his toe in there, but only 2 near fall points that time.
(17-4) with the riding time point secured.
And here comes the cut. He's doing an optional start here. So Doolittle will come back up neutral, and Heilmann will get right back to work for another takedown.
What do you like about what you see from Heilmann? Granted, it is the number 6 seed Doolittle, who's had limited experience, that makes you feel good about him getting one of those 4 spots to the NCAA tournament.
Well, obviously he came in as the 3 seed, so really he just has to wrestle to his seed more or less. But I tell you, this weight class, those top 5 have all gone back and forth, beating each other. And Heilmann really looking to pour it on here. Not going to be able to finish the tech fall in regulation, but he will get the riding time point, which will make it 20-5 technical fall victory for Joe Heilmann.
So the T-fall for Heilmann, who will move on to face Corbin Myers.
Yeah, you see Heilmann, he was just pouring it on. There was the near fall points he collected early on in the first period, and he has just been money from neutral. Tons of take